Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the 5 best vendor gold flips that you can do in WoW. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Coming in at number 1 we have the STORMSPIRE. Now the STORMSPIRE is located in Neverstorm and is near the Ecodome. Now the STORMSPIRE vendors within there have a wide variety of different types of items. Now most predominantly is the battle pet seller, as he provides a wide variety of different types of battle pets that you can sell on the auction house for a tidy amount of gold. These battle pets range from anywhere from around about 50 gold per piece all the way up to like 500 gold depending on the battle pet. What you really have to do is just make your way over there and go over to the vendors and make sure that you double check the market value or the min buyout depending on your preference, and then deciding whether or not you are wanting to sell these. Now preferably I usually buy around about 5 of these battle pets at a time and then make my way over to the transmog vendor. The transmog vendor is just a little bit up in STORMSPIRE than the battle pet trainer and provides you with a load of different types of one-off item transmog pieces that you can then sell on the auction house. Now along with this, he does actually sell an enchant of the Executioner, which you can also sell on the auction house for a tidy amount of gold. This one is not limited and is able to be bought a mega ton of times. I usually buy about 10 and then make sure I post like 2 of them on the auction house at any one time. It just gives you a nice tidy amount of gold each and every day. Coming in at number 2 we have the Lower City in Shattrath. Now Shattrath City obviously has a load of different types of vendors within it. Now if you go over to the Lower City where all of the profession trainers are, specifically the cooking trainer, this is a good starting point in order to start your run around the Lower City. Speak to every single vendor which is over there and they will provide you a load of either one-off items and also a ton of different types of recipes. Now same as before, I usually buy about 5 of these and then limit them to be posted on the auction house so I don't flood the market. Now I find this to be a great way in order to make a nice tidy amount of gold every now and then, as the investment for it is next to nothing and the return is kind of really high. This is why I love vendor farms so much, because all it takes is you spending a couple of silver at a vendor and then selling it for a few hundred gold. It's just a very simple way in order to make a tidy amount of profit when you're trying to make gold in the game, and especially as a beginner this is an investment that you're most likely not going to lose out on gold unless you stop selling it. Obviously it has to be on the auction house in order for it to sell, so you will be having to repost this kind of a lot as well with all of these vendor farms in order to make the gold that you're wanting. Coming in at number 3 we have Thomas YANCE. Now Thomas YANCE is located in the Escape from Durnhold Keep dungeon and he patrols the area going up to the up through the Hillsbrad foothills. Now he does a nice little path, and this is the route on the actual screen of course, and you will find him anywhere along here. He'll sell you some patterns such as the riding stick, and you can then sell that on the auction house for a tidy amount of gold, along with all of the starting gear that all of the other characters start off with in the game, such as the different types of ones for humans and the ones for orcs and all that stuff. So you are able to buy the level 1 gear from that dungeon and then sell that on the auction house, as those stuff tend to sell kind of slowly as they're more aesthetically transmog-ish. You are able to actually sell these for a tidy amount of gold. Aside from that, Thomas YANCE in the Escape from Durnhold Keep is always up, and you are able to do this at any time in order to restock your auction house. Bear in mind that this one is the lowest selling one on this list, so bear in mind before you make all the way over to Escape from Durnhold Keep to see if it's even worth it in order to do. I tend to do this like once every like 2-3 months, so just stock up on a load of them and then make sure they're always on the auction house and you should be golden. Now coming in at number 4 is Booty Bay. Booty Bay is a great hub in order to pick up a load of different types of recipes and or a couple of battle pets. Now start your way off at the docks and make your way into every little house in the actual Booty Bay. Now if you go over to the guy who sells the macaws, you can also sell those on the auction house for a few hundred gold each, and also all of the other vendors in there sell patterns and recipes in order to sell on the auction house. If you follow your way around the rest of it, you are able to pick up a load of one-off recipes which you can then also sell on the auction house. Bear in mind that one of the highest gold one for expenditure is the one from the macaws. Now this is the black swashbucklers t-shirt, and you can buy that from anyone from the parrots. If you are wanting to buy the macaws from the vendor, you can see if that is up, as well as that is a limited item and only pops up every now and then. Coming in at number 5 is a well-known one, but everyone always forgets it, so I thought I'd shove it right at the end, and that is the tuxedo shirt, pants and all that jazz. I don't think all that jazz is an actual item, but they definitely should make that into a shirt and just have a picture of me. The tuxedo plans for all of the different tuxedo stuff is sold from the tailoring supplies vendor within Ironforge. Just go over to one of the guards if you don't know where this is and ask for the tailoring trainer, and you will find the tailoring supplies, as it is upstairs in the little house where the trainer is. Now, these items are able to be bought at a relatively cheap price for like a couple of silver each, and they are sold for a few hundred gold on the auction house. Now, if you are like me and spend all of your time in Ironforge, you can definitely make a decent amount of profit, because this one sells the most and by far one of the fastest ways in order to make gold, as a lot of people who are new to the game don't know where all of this stuff is, and then they see the recipe and then they just buy it instead of actually going out and finding the vendor. This is essentially what you do with vendor flips. You take the time out of your time in order to go get those recipes and then sell them on the auction house, so they will save their time. So essentially they're paying you for the time in order to go get the recipes. So if you buy enough of them, you're going to make a lot of gold in the long run as opposed to the short term. Other than that, guys, that is pretty much all I have to say for the day. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Have an awesome day, guys, and I shall see you soon.